Flosstube, this is Jordan the Tattooed Stitcher. I am back for another cross stitch update. This is September 21st and I said in my last video I'd be back in 2 weeks and I'm like day 15, so I'm really proud of myself. I was able to do it and I've got quite a bit to show, so it's probably a good thing that I did. Let's see, so we're mid-September, almost end of September already. Oh my gosh. So this will be my only update between now and when I go to Queen City, because Queen City is the first weekend of October and I'm planning to film when I get back because I've only got like 4 days between Queen City, 4 days of being home, and then I go to Stitch West. So it's gonna be pretty crazy, but I would love to be able to update you on Queen City before I go to Stitch West because they'll otherwise get jumbled in my brain. So this will be pre-Queen City and the next one will be post-Queen City. I've got some like partial finishes and some WIPS and haul, of course. My birthday money haul has come flooding in the mail. And I thought I'd show what else I've been doing and maybe show my bag, what I'm bringing to Queen City bag. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'll start with like the micro finish. Last time I showed you my cards of Alice in Wonderland Soda Stitch project. I was like maybe 3/4 of the way through the Cheshire Cat, but I finished it. And I think this is probably the first time you're ever gonna see this project not in a Q-snap. And it's wrinkly because I don't iron. But I was able to finish the cat. Isn't that so cute? It looks so cute all together. We'll get close up on that kitty. I loved backstitching him. He was so cute. I did make a slight change to this chart though, or to this card. So the clouds, the light blue color in the clouds, the called for was like 3756, I think. And it's super, super light. Like it's around these edges here past this darker blue. It's like on these edges and you can't even see it. So I changed it to, I think this is 747, but I could be really wrong. I just changed it to a darker light blue so that you could actually see that it's clouds. But yeah, and this is the piece in its entirety. I'm stitching this with Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher. She's stitching the cards of Hansel and she's like a full card ahead of me, I think. But I think I've said before, I'm not doing all the cards. I'm knocking stuff off. I'm not doing all the cards on this. So I only have one card left and that is the White Rabbit. And then this one is gonna be done. Okay, and then I'm trying to remember if I started this when I showed it last. I think I did. I think I had started it. So my next WIP, which has been getting the majority of my attention the last week. That feels weird. Week is Autumn at Hawker and Hollow. And this was my birthday start this year. And I'm just obsessed. I can't stop stitching on it. I hope the lighting is gonna be good. It's been raining for like a solid 24 hours. So it's really cloudy and rainy, which I mean, my soul is screaming happiness for it, but it's not the greatest for lighting. So I hope it shows accurately. Ooh, that's actually pretty accurate. So this is where I am on it. I have been loving this piece so much. I chose this block to start because I loved the crows and the black cats, and this roof on this barn is like 3 different colors, but oh, it's beautiful. I backstitched the jack-o'-lantern on the barn because the oranges really blend in. You can see in the scarecrow's head, orange head really blends in, but I had finished all these pumpkins. I got halfway on this little spider. Look at this cute little crow. I love these backstitched vines and this corn. This is only a partial leaf because I didn't realize that it calls for a silken colors. Since I'm going to Shepherd's Bush in just a couple weeks, I figured I would just wait to get it there, or maybe cross match it with like a Gentle Art or something that's not $7 a skein, because I don't think it's used very much. I think there's only like 1,000 stitches of it in this whole entire piece, which 1,000 sounds like a lot, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I want to cough up $7 for it. But there's feet on the crows. I just haven't backstitched any of it. And there's like a big dirt patch with a bunch of pumpkins in it below and like some haystacks. I'm really excited to get to those. But yeah. Oh, and I'm stitching this on 36 count Fox and Rabbit up in the attic. I've got like sharp things on my table here. Okay. And another WIP that I worked on is, sorry, rocked that, is the round robin I am part of with Jamie, Teeny Weedy Stitches, Mary, Daydream Stitcher, Maggie, Kitschy WIPS, Bernadette, Burn Stitches, and Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher. And I am currently stitching on Maggie's piece. I think it's a 32 count. It's a Lugana. I want to say it's a Picture This Plus, but I'm not 100% sure. Where's my photos so I can show you a picture of it? It is the Pinup Girls from Soda Stitch. Of course, I don't have a picture of it. Oh, well, so we're on the third girl. So I started with her. She's blonde, but I got about this far. I stitched her while I was rewatching Poldark. I literally watched Poldark for the first time like 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, it's probably been 2 months now. The time. I think it was July. And I rewatched it again while stitching this. It's so good. If you guys have not watched it, you have to. It's on Prime. But this is about as far as I got. It's a Picture This Plus, so Picture This Plus is notorious for the weave shrinking on their fabrics and getting tight. So it is pretty tight, especially when I'm going from like 1 strand over 36 and 40 to 2 strands on a tight Picture This Plus. It makes my hand really tired. And maybe I'm just a wimp, but. So that's that piece. I have to have this finished to give to Bernadette in person at Queen City in 2 weeks. So I think it's plenty of time. These girls they're tiny. They don't take that long. So I have to get that done before Queen City. And then the last WIP I worked on was another birthday start. And it was actually part of my birthday gifts. And that is Winter Rose Manor. Oh, that glare is really bad. From Blackbird Designs. I'm stitching this with the Vicki Clayton Silk conversion, and bad idea because now I think all my projects need Vicki Clayton silks, but I'm not a fan of these spools. They're not my favorite to work with. These little baggies are kind of annoying, like opening and closing them every single time I need a thread. Like, if anybody has some tips for working with these, because I'm not super loving that. I'm stitching this on 40 count Light Nougat. I think it's called Light Nougat by XJU Designs. And this is where I got to. I could not stop working on this for like a solid week. It's like heaven to stitch. The fabric is so soft, and the threads are they're silk, obviously. It's like butter. It's addicting. Like, I finished that massive pot and I was just like, maybe I should take a little break. But it was so fun. I loved every minute stitching on this. The floss called for in the roof is not super variegated. It's got some variegation. Like if I get close here, you can kind of see. So it's a very light variegation. So what I'm doing is I'm stitching it in diamonds. I'm stitching it in a diamond pattern. You can kind of see, just for some interest. So that is my last WIP. That was fast. We're only 10 minutes in. Okay. So I did kit up a project to start possibly this year, possibly like October, like maybe a Halloween week start or something. We'll see, because I've got a few. That's what I should show. Oh, Oh, it's buried back there. I'll show it after Queen City. It's okay. It's okay. I picked a different fabric for Cauldron. Remember, I in my last video, I was unsure of that bluish purplish fabric, and I found another one, and it's amazing. And I really want to show you guys, but my bin of kitted things is like buried under the sewing table, and I'm not going to crawl under there. So, project that I kitted, but I'm not sure when we'll start, is Blackbird Designs Midnight Watch. And I kitted this with some of the called for I had in stash, and then the rest are just floss from my stash. So there are a few called for, and then a lot I just changed myself. There's 2 colors that I didn't have that I am planning to get at Stitch West, Shepherd's Bush. The called for color for these shutters and the border is there's 2 of these. Gentle Art Ginger Snap, and then the called for moon color is Crescent Colors Ginger Snap. Spelt different, but both Ginger Snap. So it's a little confusing. And the Crescent color is not, they don't make Crescent colors anymore. It's now Classic Colorworks. And so I think it's the same though. I know that 123 Stitch suggests Gentle Art. Gentle Art Roasted Marshmallow. So I have that on here as an option if I don't like the Classic Colorworks Ginger Snap. I know Roasted Marshmallow is less yellowy and the Classic Colorworks is more yellowy, so it just kind of depends on the vibe I want. I might want a yellow moon. But I'm going to stitch this on 40 count linen. I dyed this one myself. I'm pretty sure it's Rit dye because it doesn't smell like coffee. So I think it's Rit dye, but it's just a 40 count that I dyed, and it's already cut and serged and ready to go. So that'll be a Halloween start probably. Okay. Is that all? I'm pretty sure that's all of my WIPS. So let's get into my stitchy bag that I'm bringing to Queen City. This is my stitching bag. I got it on Amazon. It's like 20 bucks. It holds so much. It holds so much. I've already got my Velky in here and like hoops. And I've got 2 project bags that have, I think they got multiple projects in them. So I'm only bringing 2 WIPs to Queen City. First of all, I made this bag. I'm extremely proud of it. There's like a oops. So that's why I'm keeping it for myself. But I love it. Look at this charm that I put on it. It matches my tattoo. Death Head Hawk Moth. So, well, this isn't my WIPS. This is my WIPS. I made this bag too. And I added this charm. Coffee and donuts. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. So the WIP that I'm only bringing one. I'm only bringing one WIP. And that is Aphrodite. And I'm not going to show her because there's been 0 progress since last time you saw it. So that is the WIP I'm bringing. Okay. The other things I'm planning to work on at Queen City are new starts. I am planning to start the Halloween Fairy from Nora Corbett. I stitched the Trick or Treat Fairy a few years ago. And so now I want to stitch this one. And I'm bringing a few fabric options for her. They are all Nicholas Flamel fabrics that Bernadette gave me. I'm bringing this like brownish color and this yellowish color and even this like pinkish one, because for some reason I just keep thinking she's kind of pastel, like on a pinkish. Might be kind of amazing. So I'm bringing those. And Bernadette is so graciously donating to me her leftover flosses from when she stitched it. So that's why I have no threads to show. And the other new start I'm planning to do is the retreat piece that Nora did, and Maggie and Amy, Fiber Arts Amy, are supplying the specialty fibers and the beads and treasures, or however many there are. So I just needed to bring the DMC. These are not all the DMC, I'm missing 2, but there's only a couple threads. And I brought these other fabric, you know, for possibly to be the retreat piece, but I also brought this purple color because they had said in their email that purple is the called for. So, and this is called Dark Blue Violet from XJU Designs. So that's gonna be my purple option. And if I don't like the purple option, I've got these other neutrals. So those are the only projects I'm planning to stitch and do at Queen City. Because if you've been to a retreat, you know that not a ton of stitching ever gets done. If you're interested in my stitching travel bag, I mean, you can look in here. This is where my iPad goes. There's my stand, hoops and bags, and there's a million pockets. I can link it down below where I got it. I've never taken it on a plane before, but I can't imagine it'd be an issue. It's like the size of a big purse. So it's gonna be my personal item. And I'll just stick my purse is like a fanny pack, and I'll just stick it in there when we're going through security. So that is my sewing bag. Oh, and I have my Foldigo portable like travel light that I will put in there too. It's kind of heavy. This bag's gonna be heavy to carry. I'm sure it'll be fun, but it's okay. I'm a little nervous to fly. I haven't flown since, it's been 4 years since I've been on a plane. But it'll be okay. I'm flying out of Idaho Falls, which is the airport closest to me, so I don't have to travel. I'm flying directly to Dallas, where I'm meeting Rocio. Her channel is Cocoham Stitchery. She hasn't posted for a long time, but she's talking about coming back. I'm meeting Rocio at the Dallas airport, and then we are flying to Charlotte, and we're rooming together. And so I'm really excited. I'm so excited to see everybody and meet people in person that I talk to like every day and still haven't met in person. If you're going, come say hi. I am really terrible at names, but I do my best. I'm super excited. I'm getting more excited the closer we get. Okay, so now we'll go into, that was kind of plans. Haul probably. I don't think I have any other, yeah, so I can close that. Okay, gosh, my nose, every time. Okay, haul. My haul is kind of all over the place. I've got stitching stuff, I've got quilting stuff, I've got home decor stuff. So let's start with quilting things because that's what I bought with some of my birthday money. So have I started my Christmas jelly roll quilt? No. Did I buy more jelly rolls? Yes. I bought the Owl Oween Moda quilt roll jelly roll from Fat Quarter Shop. I wish you could see how absolutely adorable this fabric is. It's like pastels, and there's candies and spiders and little ghosts and these owls in the moon. Like, I love it so much. I'm really excited for that quilt. And the other quilt jelly roll I bought, I wanted a Fat Quarter bundle, but they were gone everywhere. And the layer cakes were also gone everywhere. So all I could get was a jelly roll. But everybody right now is doing the Cheddar and Coal 2 from Pambuda. There's like everyone's doing a layer cake, the double slice pattern. But since I didn't have a layer cake, couldn't get that. But Katie at So Tattered is also doing a different quilt pattern from this book, the Snuggle Up book. I think she's doing this quilt, her and Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. But I know that Olivia might be using her own, or she might be using Cheddar and Coal. I can't remember. But I know Katie is using Cheddar and Coal for this quilt pattern. and it's so cute. I got this book because they both said that it's good for like beginners. There's so many pretty like quilts in here, and I consider myself a beginner quilter. That's the one they're doing. A beginner quilter because I just am. I'll probably always consider myself a beginner quilter. I've never done a quilt that hasn't been a pre-cut, like hasn't been a jelly roll or a layer cake or a charm pack or a jolly bar or something. So I need to like get some pack quarter bundles or something so I can actually try some of these ultra pieced quilts. But yeah, so I've got the, I'm in this, maybe I should take this out. Oh, it's all stuck. Okay, maybe I won't. But it's so pretty. The fall, it's like all beautiful fall colors. And since I didn't know what pattern I was going to do with this, I got, I think this is a full yard of this coordinating fabric. It's like one of the, where is it? It's one of the browns in here to do like a border for this one. So that is my quilting haul, and we'll do my stitching haul. Sorry, I keep leaving frame. All my stuff is piled on the floor. I don't have a little table. I joined the Back Quarter Shop Floss Fix Club for Classic Colorworks last month. So this was my first month I received. I believe they go in alphabetical order. So yes, it says September. So I got, oh look, they list them all on the back too. That's kind of nice. So I got Caribbean Waters, Carrie Berry, Cashmere, Caterpillar, Cauldron, and Cayenne. Just thought it'd be kind of a fun way to keep adding to my fancy floss stash. And now, my most exciting piece of haul, birthday money haul, was my 1-2-3 Stitch order. I was given a couple gift cards to 1-2-3 Stitch, and so I decided to take the opportunity to buy a whole bunch of patterns I've been eyeing. I don't buy patterns, like physical patterns, that often, and so I had to get, because everybody is stitching it. I think her Instagram is Ginger's Hole, and also Katie So Tattered, and I think Olivia Pumpkin Hollow Quilts is actually stitching this too, but I could be totally wrong, but I think she is. And it is Stacey Nash Primitives, Houses of Berries Chapel Road, Turkey Hollow Farm. And I love this so much. Look at the turkey and the duck and the pumpkin patch, and like, oh, I just love it so much. I love the yellow of that house. I wonder what it is. Hazelnut or tiger's eye maybe? Oh, so pretty. I got that one. I also got Stacey Nash Primitives Mary Mary Pin Keep. Okay, these say pin keep, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I assumed a pin keep was small, but these are huge. If you've seen, like, this is 7 3/4 by 7 3/4 stitched. Like these, and that's on 36 count. Like these are, what kind of pins are these holding? Like they're huge. And it's all DMC, which I think is kind of nice because you could do it in DMC or your own floss conversion. I also got the Butternut House Pin Keep. I love this one. I love those cauldrons and that yellow house. Love it. And then I got this one because I was extremely enabled by Lauren, the New Hampshire stitcher. In her most recent video, she showed 2 fully finished, like framed pieces, and one of them was Plum Street Samplers My Early Days, and it is beautiful, and it's one you can leave up year round. I mean, you could leave all your stitching up year round, but I mean, it's, and by leaving it up year round, I'm meaning like no theme, no Christmas, no whatever. And it's beautiful. I love the turquoise pops in it. Those sheep. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It is so beautiful stitched. So I'll slowly collect all of the, there's not too many overdyes called for this one. like nine of them, and the rest is EMC. So that's kind of nice. Another chart I got that I'm planning to start this year. I think I've already shown you the fabric for it. I'm still thinking that fabric. I might antique it after I've stitched it like with that spray. We'll see. Which is Christmas at Hollyberry Farm, Stacy Nash Primitives. I wonder why my other Stacy Nashes come like this and this one comes like this. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But it's beautiful. My mother-in-law has this one stitched and she entered it in the fair, and it hangs on her wall in the living room. And I'm at her house every Monday and Tuesday because we hide there during dance. So I look at it every day and I'm like, every week, and I'm like, I want it. I need it. I need it. Another one that is extremely popular right now. Everybody is stitching it. Just a few that I know of. Lala D Stitches. Is it Laura or Lauren? I'm really bad at names, which by the way, I have a name correction too from my last video. And Lauren, New Hampshire Stitcher, and somebody else. Can't remember. Stitching the Garden Sampler. Carriage House Samplings. It doesn't look like much in the preview, but seeing it stitched up, it is so vibrant and it's so pretty, and this will be a start in the spring for me, for sure. Look at that rabbit. I like how the letters are all like kind of coordinating with the things that it's near. Some of them are a bit reaching, but I like it a lot. It's really pretty. And then my last pattern haul, which I'm really excited about, I'm gonna start collecting threads, and I'm definitely starting next spring because it just screams spring to me, is Blackbird Designs Humming of the Bees. I love, love, love that house with all the bricks. I love that bee skep with the little bees flying around. It is a beauty. I love it so much. I love how there's just like the border is all this, and then like, why is it different on that one side? I don't know, but I love it. So that is my pattern haul. I think it's all my stitchy haul, the rest of it. Yes. So now, random home decorating haul. Okay, so Winter Rose Manor, Christy Crosshatch Quilts she hasn't posted much this year. I think she only has 2 videos this year, but in one of her early videos this year, it was like winter still, February maybe, she held up her fully finished Winter Rose Manor in that white scalloped frame, and she said that she got the idea from Lori Holt, Bee in My Bonnet. I'm not too familiar. I thought that Lori Holt was the lady from Fat Quarter Shop, but that's Kimberly Jolly. So there's 2 different people. If you're like me and you didn't realize, there's 2 different people. Anyways, she got that frame from Hobby Lobby, and it was perfect. It was everything. It was the reason I wanted Winter Rose Manor so badly. And so I got Winter Rose Manor, and I dragged my husband to Hobby Lobby to go find this frame, and it's discontinued. And I was devastated. I was so sad. And my friend Amy is a wizard at finding things online. Found someone selling it brand new online for like $20, not anything crazy. And so I got it, and I'm very, very, very excited. And it's extra motivating to finish that pattern so that I can have this hanging in my house all year round. And this is the frame. So just ignore this center thing, because this will be coming out. But look at how beautiful this white barnwood washed, scalloped. It is so beautiful, and putting the Winter Rose Manor in it just makes it like this frame was made for that piece. And I'm so excited. I love it. I'm so excited. So I'm really happy I found that. And then we were at my mother-in-law's house last Sunday for my sister-in-law's birthday, and I took the opportunity to go shopping in her things. that she's bringing to Stitch West to sell because I get first dibs. So I went shopping and I thought I'd show you guys what I bought from her. So I showed in my last video my candy corns, the little bag of candy corns that she made me. So I bought a bag of snowballs and a bag of pumpkins. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get this over here. Sorry, I'm gonna have to dive. Okay. And I bought this pumpkin. Look at it. Look at his face. Look at that stem. It's like a real, I love it. I love it. And then I bought a bunch of her banners that she makes. Let's see if I can open these all up. So I bought this Halloween banner. Just take a minute to look at it. Look at that kitty. Oh, this got all tangled. Look at him. Isn't that the cutest freaking thing you've ever seen? So I got this small banner to put on my Halloween tree this year. It perfectly goes with the other things I put on my Halloween tree. So I'm really excited about that. And I also got, oh geez. This one's bigger. This one's bigger. The cards are way bigger. I got a Christmas one to hang on my mantle. Is that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Oh, I love it. Love it. Like little pom-poms. And then I got a big, oh geez, Halloween one. Where's the end? So if any of you are going to Stitch West, my mother-in-law has a table where she'll have all of these things, plus many more other things. Look at this Halloween one. It's so big, I can't hold it. Okay. Look at it. I love it. It's so vintagey and crusty. I love it so much. Her store is called the Merry Crow, and she does have an Etsy, but she doesn't have anything listed on it yet. She's working on collecting things to take to Stitch West. And that is all of my haul. And so now, a random discussion, I guess. I, on a whim, decided to start making project bags. At first I was like, I'm just gonna make them for myself and like my friends. And I did. And then I decided I really liked doing it. Look at the inside of that one. I have tons of these different themed charms, and I love matching a charm to a bag. And I'm having so much fun picking fabric and making these bags. Like, look at this. Look at the inside of this one. I'm like even fussy cutting them so that it looks like it continues on through the zipper. I'm having a blast doing this. And I decided, look how cute. Like, what if I was just crazy and made a whole bunch to bring to Stitch West and put on my mother-in-law's table to sell. And so I was just like, let's do it. And if you could see the state of my sewing room, I'm like blocking a lot of it that's like piled on the floor and like piled on my table, and there's fabric scraps everywhere. It's a disaster in here. But I'm really excited. I am bringing I'm planning to bring 40 bags, about 40 bags to Stitch West. So I've been doing a lot of sewing, a lot of sewing and cutting and ironing. And it's been so much fun. I've forgotten how much I loved sewing. So I'm having a great time. I have a lot of different types. If you're going to Stitch West, come and see me. I just like to show people them. They're just so fun. I have a whole bunch of charms. They're coming in the mail today. So every bag will have matching charms, and every bag will also have a little miniature Death Head Hawk Moth charm to match me. So I'm really excited. If that goes well, it might be something I continue on and have an Etsy or just do it on Instagram or something. I hope that interests people because I enjoy making them. So that's my big news. So I'm trying to get all these bags finished before Queen City because, again, there's only 4 days between Queen City and Stitch West. So I've been doing a lot of sewing, but it's okay because I'm enjoying it. Okay, that is all my stitching update, sewing update, and now I'll do just a little bit of life because it's only been 2 weeks. Dance started, so we've been going to dance. I have had to learn how to do a ballerina bun with like a hairnet and everything, and because they have to come on one of the dance, she has 2 dance days, and one of the dance days she has to come ballerinaed, and it's so adorable. So adorable. But I thought it'd be fun to show you guys her teen picture from last year because the theme was Welcome to the Circus and they were tigers. And like, look how cute. They're so cute. So where's mine? Right here. Here's mine. There she is in the corner. Little tiger girl. So it's fun. I like collecting these at the end of every dance season. And now she's on a team, so we'll have about 500 extra team photos. They're really cute though. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of dance. I just realized I left my car project, stitching project, in the car. I really didn't get much done on it though. Believe it or not, taking a 2-year-old to grandma's house where grandma has a lot of beautiful and fragile decorations is quite stressful. So I don't get a ton of stitching done. Just trying to keep things from being broken and children from breaking their necks. So anyways, my son is just doing his normal thing. Obsessed with the Nintendo. That's fine. My husband's been hunting every weekend. He's actually going for an extended hunting trip this weekend. 2 nights away. And I need to make the food for him. I'm just gonna do like easy things like breakfast burritos and tinfoil dinners and things you can throw on a fire pit and a cooler of drinks, and hopefully he can get one. It's the last weekend. He's seen a lot of them, heard a lot of them, but hasn't gotten a good shot. So we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed that he can get an elk this year with his bow. Otherwise, he'll have more opportunities in November when rifle season opens. So yeah, he's been hunting every weekend, and yeah, that's about it. I'm trying to keep a 2-year-old alive, and the garbage truck just pulled in front of my house. So if you hear it, I'm sorry. Yeah, the 2-year-old, she's a lot. She's a lot, and she makes me tired. So I haven't, between the sewing and her, I haven't gotten tons of stitchy time, but I thoroughly enjoyed all my stitching time. Shows I've been watching. I rewatched Full Dark. It's just fantastic. I love it. I started A Discovery of Witches. It's a book series. I read the book series a few years ago, and there was a TV series through I want to say Sundance, but that cannot be right. Anyways, you had to buy a subscription, and I was like, I'm not buying a subscription for one show. So eventually, like, it's been over for like a year, I think, and now it's on HBO. So if you wanted to watch that and you never did, it's on HBO, and it's all right. It's like one of those cheesy things. I laugh sometimes at the lines, but the costuming is really fun. And the story is interesting, I guess, but I'm enjoying it. It feels like a nice fall show. And we've also been watching the show on Netflix called The Cabinet of Curiosities. It's a collection of creepy stories from Guillermo del Toro, famous director, if you know him at all. And it's got a lot of big name actors in these episodes, which is pretty funny, but they're super creepy and weird. And I don't know, they just stay stuck in my head because they're so weird. But it feels very Halloween and fall vibes. So we've been watching that. And then of course we've been watching Sister Wives. Y'all, save me from this man that is Cody Brown. I can't. I can't. How can you be so oblivious, deluded? Ugh, I don't know. By the way, I got flagged on Instagram for using the word delusional. It was like hate speech, inflammatory speech. They didn't even know what I was referring to. If they knew that I was talking about Cody Brown, they'd agree. And we also watched the movie It, the first one with the clown. What's his name? Pennywise, and with all the kids in it. I'm not a scary movie person. I do not like scary movies. I never have liked scary movies. But I'm older now, therefore wiser. And I actually kind of enjoy them now. I still don't like the horror-y ones. Like torture-y. I do not like those. Like the Jigsaw. They're not called Jigsaw. That's the guy in them. Saw. It's just Saw. I don't like those types. But kind of weird ones, and I don't mind paranormal type ones either. But I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't scary. It was creepy and weird, and I made my husband be behind me when I was going up the stairs in the dark that night to go to bed. But we're planning to watch the second one. It's like chapter 2 or something. I want to see what happens next because I don't think they killed him. Obviously they didn't if he comes back for a second movie. So we did watch that. I swear there was something else I watched too. We tried watching the first episode of that new HBO show, Interview with a Vampire, but I just kept comparing them to Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. Not that they aren't great actors, these people in this TV show, but I just have. How could you compete with 1990s Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, and Antonio Banderas? How? How do you compete? You can't. I'm sorry. You just can't. But it took me forever to realize that the character in the TV show playing Louis is Grey Worm from Game of Thrones. Like, he's unrecognizable. He doesn't look anything like Grey Worm from Game of Thrones. Maybe because he has hair and he speaks, because he doesn't really speak that much in Game of Thrones. But anyways, that's all the shows I can think of. I've been reading Outlander again. I'm on the 5th book. But I took a break because I'm reading some fan fiction, some Harry Potter fan fiction. Y'all, if you've never read a Dromoyne fan fiction, please do yourself a favor and check it out. The one I'm reading right now is called Secrets and Masks, and it's so good. It's really good. I can't stop reading that one. Manacled is another really good one. If you've never read them, that's the one I suggest first because it's like top tier elite. And yesterday was Stuff Your Kindle Day through Amazon. So there was like over 2,000 books that were free yesterday. And so I downloaded like 20 books. I wasn't even reading the descriptions. I was like, yes, it's free, it's free, it's free. So I have a ton of books now in my library that I've never read that look really interesting. A couple like thrillers that I thought would be kind of fun to read next month. Spooky vibes. I think that is all. I will end it there, and thank you so much for watching my video. I've gotten so many new subscribers. I've gotten some wonderful shout outs. Oh, before I forget, name correction. I have felt bad about this for 2 weeks. I called an Instagrammer Tiffany, and her name is Tina. She used to have a Flosstube channel called For the Love of the Stitches. She doesn't anymore. She just has her Instagram. I still can't remember the Instagram because it's Team sorry, but her name is Tina. Correcting myself. So anyways, that's it. That is all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and listening to my ramblings. I will see you after Queen City. Keep your fingers crossed that I don't die in a fiery plane crash. And I can't wait to show you what I did at the retreat and talk about all the wonderful people I'm meeting. I'm really, really excited. If you're at Queen City, come and say hi. I'm really excited to see everybody and meet new people. So thank you again for watching. Have a good rest of your September. Bye.